Welcome back to Dad Deals. If you've ever wondered about robotic lawnmowers and if it's the right thing for you and your lawn, stay tuned to this video. We're going to check out the brand new Segway I-Series Navimow robotic lawnmower. Now this thing promises a ton. It features a no boundary wire setup, as well as being able to avoid a ton of different obstacles and navigate any of the hurdles that your lawn might throw at it. But we're going to test all that out in this video. I am brand new to these robotic lawnmowers. I've never had one before. I've always been pretty skeptical of them. So when Segway reached out to give me the opportunity to test this thing out, I jumped on it. I've always been curious, and stay tuned and I'll share my experience with you guys. So first, let me talk about the actual mower itself. Now there are two sort of styles of these I-Series Navimows. There's one for a 1/8 acre lawn and then one for a 1/4 acre lawn. Now the one that they sent me to test is actually the one for the 1/8 acre. This is the i105, but I actually have more of a 1/4 acre size lot. So it'll be interesting to see how well this one performs. I do imagine that it'll have to charge a little bit more often and things like that, but we'll put it to the test. Now, just for price point wise, these are pretty competitively priced. That i105, the 1/8 acre version, is around $1,000. And then the 1/4 acre, the i110, will bump you up to about $1,300. So not insane. I remember when these things were going for $2,000, $3,000, especially for one that you don't have to set up that boundary wire. That's not a bad price. Now, one other accessory that they did send along with this unit that would be an extra $200 is the garage, which is basically a cover that you can flip open, and it's specifically designed not to block any of the GPS or communication signals from the charging station. And I do think it's a nice add-on to consider, as it'll protect the unit from the sun, especially if it's really hot during the summer where you're at, or rain or irrigation systems or any of that stuff. Just kind of helps your unit stay clean. And this does have built-in cameras to it, so it'll just keep those cameras seeing things perfectly clear at all times. But that is an optional accessory. Everything else is included in the box. So at my house, I have kids that love to play out in the backyard, and my lawn shows it. My front yard grass is growing in really well. I don't have any major slopes. There are some problem areas, and I'll talk about those. But I think overall, this mower is going to do a great job on the front yard. However, the backyard is a completely different story. There's a lot of bumpy terrain, uneven. The grass has been compacted and some weeds are growing in places. There's often toys thrown everywhere out in the backyard. So I'm really curious to see, and I think this is a perfect area to really put this mower to the test in a much more practical application. Because if it can mow this, I think it'll handle pretty much anything. So let's talk real fast about the setup of this unit. I know a lot of these robotic mowers differ. So for this one, it has a charging base, and that's where the mower is going to come back and charge in between mowing cycles, and also where it'll sit when it's not mowing. And the location of that is key. It needs to be able to get a GPS signal, also have good Wi-Fi range, and needs to get power to it. So finding an ideal spot for that might be a little bit challenging. Now the app does help you. It will actually scan your property and let you know some good spots of where you can put this charging station. It does not want you to put the charging station up against any walls, as that can block the signal. And I really found where it works really well in my yard, and probably will work in other people's yards, is if you have a deck or patio, if it can sit right outside of that deck or patio, that's going to give it close enough coverage to get that Wi-Fi access, an easy-ish route to run the power cable. Now they do give you a really long power cable, so you can easily run that under, let's say, a deck or something to get to an outlet, and then also give you far enough away from the wall to get that optimum coverage of GPS signal. But I am still experimenting on where I actually want to put this, but this works good right now. Now it does have a separate GPS transmitter that you can put actually away from the charging station. They do have to link, and that's another large cable that you can run. But I chose to just put mine right next to it, and that's worked perfectly fine for me. So now let's talk about setting the boundary. And this has been the thing that has really scared me off from these robotic mowers. I never wanted to put down a perimeter wire like almost every other one of these that I've seen has to have. And that was pretty much a non-starter for me. I wasn't going to go out and do that. So the way that this one works is you actually will control it with your phone like a remote control car, and you will walk with it around your property or around the different zones that you're going to have it mow. Now I'm going to do two zones here. I'm going to do the backyard as one zone and then my front yard as another zone. So you'll see me here walk around the yard. This really doesn't take long at all. And the app works really well. One cool thing about it is if you kind of mess up in one area, you can just hold down the eraser button and the mower will actually back up and reverse that messed up area that you did the border with. So it literally takes minutes to do that. And I found it super intuitive and easy to use. Now within that zone mapping part of the app, you can actually do things like make an island that's off limits to the mower. So let's say you had a pond, or you maybe had an area, a garden area that wasn't fenced in and you didn't want the mower entering it. You can actually make that off limits very easily in the app. You do it the same way. You walk the mower around with the kind of remote control on your phone, and then you make that area off limits. You can also set pass in between zones. So I have it going through my fence from the backyard to the front yard. So if I ever wanted to mow the front yard, even though the charging station is in the backyard, I just have to open the gate to my fence and it will go in and it will go back to charge and it will go right through that same gate and get back to work. So I was just super impressed with how easy it was to map your property. And I had this thing up and running in probably less than an hour. So putting this thing to the ultimate test, I did throw a bunch of my kids' toys all throughout the yard like it typically would be, just to see how this thing did avoid those obstacles, and it did an excellent job. It actually says it can identify 150 plus obstacles, and pretty much anything I put in front of this thing, it had no problem avoiding. It didn't try to get stuck or go over it or anything like that. Now, the one thing with this mower and pretty much all robotic mowers is they are going to be slow, especially when you factor in that charge time. So to do my backyard, it typically will charge once, so it can complete it in 2 full charges. And then to do my front yard, it will usually need to come back and charge about 2 or 3 times. So that can mean that to cut maybe the front yard, I do have a pretty large area right here, it can maybe take 5 or 6 hours to complete. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, the good thing about this is that you're not actually mowing. So you can schedule this while you're at work. You can schedule it at night, which I've done before. This thing is whisper quiet. Like literally, you won't even know that it is on while you're working out in your yard until it maybe comes right next to you. Let me see if I can show you the audio. This is the actual audio for it, but this thing is so quiet. Like unbelievably quiet. So you would have no problem running this at night, and actually looks pretty cool at night. Has like a little headlight on it. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. It will take a long time to cut your grass, but you won't have to be there while it's doing that, even though it is tempting to watch this thing work. Now my front yard is pretty flat. I did map out this tree section here as a no-go area just to keep it away from those roots and those high areas and keep it from going right up against the tree. But other than that, area is pretty flat, so it had no real issues there. I did actually see it struggle a bit actually where my city water meter is, as that's a sunken in area. But they did recently update the app to include traction control, and you can set that setting on or off. And when I had that on, it was able to navigate that area without any issues, and it hasn't gotten stuck yet, which is pretty incredible. The other cool thing that you can set in the app too is you can make it weather adaptive. So you can say, hey, if there's a chance of rain today, don't mow. And you can even say things like if the temperature is going to be above 90 degrees, don't mow, or if it's going to be extra windy that day, don't mow. Ton of different things you can set. And of course, you can have a schedule as well for how often you want this thing to mow. Now, you're going to want to do it more often than maybe you would a traditional lawnmower, because this thing has very small blades that it uses. That's one of the reasons why it can be so quiet. So this is not a situation where you're going to want to throw this thing on an overgrown lawn. It's really something you're going to want to maintain your lawn. So you're going to want to use this a few times a week. And if you do that, it will just keep your lawn at the perfect height at all times. But yeah, one other side effect to having one of these is you're going to be the talk of your neighborhood, especially if you use it in the front yard. I have had numerous neighbors come and say, what the heck is that thing and how well does it work? And they love seeing it and I love telling them about it. But I've really enjoyed having this thing. Thank you to Segway for sending it my way to test. And I hope this gives you an idea of how it works and whether or not it will work in your situation. But if you ever want to give one of these a try, now's a great time to do it. The technology has gotten there and the prices have come down as well. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you next time on Dad Deals.